Hey, third grade, Mrs. Selfridge here. Today we're going to move on in our math books actually to chapter 12, and we're going to learn something new today about tally marks and frequency tables. So if you guys could go ahead and open your book up to chapter 12, we're going to go ahead and get started on this. If you have time today and you want to finish your Am I Ready, you can do the Am I Ready on the pages you want to. If you want to, you don't have to. We're just going to get right into this book. You know how Mrs. Selfridge likes to get through the book. So today, Mr. Alvarez surveyed his scout troop. He asked each of his scouts, what's your favorite camping activity? The results are shown. Organize the data and complete the table. So one way we can organize data is by using a tally chart. This is a tally chart. And you'll remember that when you make tallies, you make 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a line through it to represent the 5. It just makes it easier when we're trying to count a bunch of tally marks, okay? And a tally mark represents one scout. We're also going to use a frequency table, and they don't have this frequency table completely filled in. We're going to do that in just a minute. So this is a frequency table. You take the information from up here and you record it in here. So one activity has 5 people that like to do it. One activity, hiking, we don't know the number, and fishing, we don't know the number. So we have to come up here to hiking and count 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'd put a 4 next to hiking. And how many people like fishing? 1, 2, 3. So we put a 3 next to fishing, and we can easily see that swimming is what we need to write in here. Okay? So if you could go ahead and write those in, that'd be great. Okay. It's looking at charts today, looking at tables, and recording information. Okay, Mr. Alvarez surveyed his scout troop. He asked each of his scouts, what is your favorite camping activity? The results are shown in those 2 things. Organize the data, complete the table. So write one sentence about the data that was recorded. Well, I think we can all agree, don't have to write sample answer, that more scouts enjoy swimming compared to the other activities. Again, pause the video anytime you need to. All right, survey your classmates, record the results. Obviously, it's not easy to survey your classmates. You can email them if you want to. Email each other through Google Classroom, or you can just ask your family on this one to write a survey question, ask your classmates. Here's an example. I would use this one. What type of lunch is your favorite? Okay, so for up here, we'd put a title. What's your favorite lunch? We'd list these 4 items: grilled cheese, peanut butter and jelly, pizza, and spaghetti, and then create a tally chart or a frequency chart. Okay, let's try a tally chart today. Just put a tally in next to each one. Organize your data and write one sentence that describes your survey results. So you can write a sentence just like we did with the swimming sentence. Okay, this is just an example. Moving right along here. Oops. Hold that thought. Moving right along here now. Here we go into our guided practice. This data shows the sports cards most frequently traded in Mrs. Patton's class. Organize the data in the tally chart. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this data from here and put it over here. So the sports, it's got a title, traded sports cards, sport tally. Okay, so we're going to write the name of the 4 sports we're looking at, which is basketball, baseball, football, and hockey. And then instead of writing in numbers here, we're going to write in tallies. Now, we'd write in for basketball 1, 2, 3. But I just want to remind you to write in for baseball 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put a line through the 5, and then go on. Okay, so what's the most popular traded and what's the least popular? See if you can get this. Take a minute, pause it if you need to, and just make sure instead of a 5th tally mark that you're doing that diagonal line through. Okay. Okay, difference between a frequency table and a tally chart. Okay, well, we're going to look right now. So organize each set of data in a frequency table. Okay, while observing temperatures for 1 week, Arnaldo recorded the following data. So we're going to look at this tally mark chart right here, tally marks right here, 70 to 75. So when I come over here, I'm going to make a frequency table. So 70 to 75, 76 to 80, 81 to 85, 86 to 89. That's easy, I'm just copying. Frequency, how many? 2. Instead of writing 2 tally marks, I'm going to write in the number 2. Instead of 3 tally marks, I'm going to write in the number 3. Instead of 1 tally mark, I'm going to put a 1. It actually looks kind of the same, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and fill those in and make sure you have them correct. Organize each set of data in a frequency table. Darla observed her friends. She collected data on the flavor of milk they drank at lunch. Okay, so when you look at all this, it's kind of a mess. We need to organize it. How many different flavors do you see in here? For me, I see chocolate, white, and strawberry. I don't see any other flavors than that. And then I need to tally, I need to find out how many of each of these are there. I'm not going to do tallies. I'm going to write the number of chocolates I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next to chocolate, I'd write a 5. You do the other two, and pause the video if you need to. See if you get this answer. Okay? Did you find 4 whites and 6 strawberries? All right, use the tally chart to answer the questions below. Which item was the top seller? Well, I can easily look at this and see which one has the most tally marks. Which items sold once, one time, and how many items were sold altogether. When we say all together, you're going to need to add all of these tally marks up. So pause the video, see if you can do it on your own, and then check your answer. Okay, hopefully you came up with that. All right, how would you represent the tallies at the right as a number in a frequency table? So what number do these tallies represent? If it were me, I'd just look at this and go 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. Hopefully Mrs. Selfridge is right. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Elisa took a survey to find out what breed of dog her classmates have. The results are shown. Record the data in the tally chart. So you're going to take all of this information and you're going to put it over here. How many different dog breeds are we talking about? Well, we've got a Beagle, a Golden Retriever, a Poodle. So I'd write Beagle, Golden Retriever, and Poodle. And then you're going to make tallies each time you see one. So next to Beagle, you're going to have a certain amount of tallies. So see if you can figure this one out. And then check your answer. Make sure you get everything recorded properly. Make sure you've got your tally marks written in right. All right. So how many classmates responded to Elisa's survey? So this is where you would total up your tally marks and explain how many more Beagles than Poodles. How many more Beagles and Poodles than Golden Retrievers are owned by Elisa's classmates? So this is where you have to add up Beagles and Poodles and maybe subtract the amount of Golden Retrievers minus the Beagles and Poodles, and hopefully you come up with an answer of 2. Okay? All right. A brain builder. All right, so it says experiment with tossing a quarter, a nickel, dime, and penny 25 times each. So find a quarter, a nickel, a dime, and a penny 25 times each. Use the tally chart to record the number of times each coin lands heads up and tails up. So here you're going to list quarter, nickel, dime, penny. 25 tally marks total should be here, okay? So when you flip that quarter in the air, if it lands heads up, you put a heads up here on a tally. If it lands tails up, you put a tally right here for tails up. You have to flip it 25 times, so you should see 25 tally marks in each one of these boxes. Let me know which one wins. All right, this is just a sample answer. Don't copy it, do your own. All right, and number 10, what information can a tally chart and frequency table give you? I'm going to give you the answer on this one. They can show you the popularity of one event over another, usually pretty quickly too. All right, time for you guys to do your homework, okay? So this is just copying information from a tally chart and making it into a frequency table. So again, you're going to write the days of the week, but you're not going to write tallies. When you do a frequency table, you're going to write numbers. Okay, good luck on your homework pages. I miss you guys. I'm thinking about you, and hopefully we can get through some more of our math book, and you guys continue to do great things. I miss you. Oh, I forgot to show you someone. Dolly. Dolly misses you too. Take care. Continue doing great things. I miss you guys.